The Dutch Navy is a crucial part of NATO's naval defense network.
Wow.
The recent selection of...
Welcome back again to the channel, guys. Today we are going to be checking out the Netherlands military in 2025. Will shock you. And this is the first time we're actually taking a closer dive into the military, the armed forces of Netherlands, which I love calling Dutch. And if you're new here, do well to like, subscribe, and let's get right into the video, guys.
When you think of the Netherlands, you might picture tulip fields, windmills, and maybe a suspiciously relaxed attitude
Yeah, I was actually
towards
about
certain...
to talk about those fields.
Actually, when I think about the Netherlands, I don't think about any of those things you just mentioned.
It's
Because
fireworks.
I've never checked them out because you're still new in exploring Netherlands.
Yeah.
What I think about is your humor, your advert, and your fireworks.
Definitely.
And your festival, the DEFCON festival.
That's true,
I think
that's
about
true.
those stuff, and we are still in the process of exploring the the
Netherlands
landscape
deeper,
and
yeah.
everything of Netherlands. So that's what I think about. What about you?
Fireworks, definitely.
The crazy fireworks. All right, let's go.
recreational activities.
Just the back right there. That's all it is.
Is you smoking on nationality?
But what if I told you that
Why
behind
not
the
like
cheese
Elon?
bicycles, there's a
Okay.
military force that punches well above its weight? Welcome to an inside look at the Netherlands Armed Forces in 2025. The Dutch
wow,
military
this
is
is
structured into 4 key branches, each playing a vital role in national defense and international operations. First, we have the Royal Netherlands Army, responsible for ground operations, armored warfare, and peacekeeping missions. While relatively small compared to some European counterparts, it is a highly mobile and technologically advanced force, with
Technologically.
modernized infantry units and a newly reinstated tank battalion. Next is the Royal Netherlands Navy, which
I love
ensures
Navy.
maritime
Yeah.
security and maintains control over Dutch territorial waters and key shipping routes. With a fleet that includes advanced frigates, submarines, and patrol vessels, the Dutch Navy is a crucial part of NATO's naval defense network. The recent selection of the short-fin Barracuda-class submarines marks a major step in maintaining underwater superiority. Then there's the Royal Netherlands Air Force, which operates a cutting-edge fleet of fighter jets, transport aircraft, and helicopters. It has fully integrated F-35A Lightning II jets into its operations.
They have fully integrated F-35 Lightning II jets. We've checked out the F-35. I was thinking it's just USA that has.
That has it. But are they allied forces with NATO?
Yeah, they are.
They are, right?
They said their navy is like one of the crucial parts of NATO.
NATO.
Yeah.
Then I guess that's why.
It answer. Is
Yeah.
that why?
You
I
know,
won't
they
necessarily say-
normally share all these countries that are like, I think so, I don't know, I'm just speculating here, that, kind of like they are allies. They normally share some, technology between them and stuff like that, for proper defense and everything like that.
Please let me know if it's correct. If my husband is correct, and I choose to believe it's not correct.
Giving
Well,
the
I'm so proud
Netherlands
of
a
them.
formidable
The
air
ATF.
combat capability.
Wow.
The Air Force plays a key role in air defense, rapid deployment, and joint NATO missions. Finally, we have the Royal Netherlands Marechaussee, the military police force. These highly trained personnel handle border security, counterterrorism, and law enforcement duties, often
Wow.
working alongside civilian agencies to ensure national security. Together, these 4 branches form a well-coordinated and adaptable military force. With 42,305 active personnel and an additional 7,483 in reserve,
Wow.
the Netherlands maintains a strong yet compact force that is built for efficiency. And for the first time, its defense budget is hitting $26.6 billion in 2020.
Wait, these people, they are among the people with high budgets.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm hearing. Sorry, I don't know why I'm referring to the US a lot because we've checked out a lot of content from them. But this is the first time I'm hearing another nation with such amount of
budget.
yeah GDP, budget for
Defense
defense.
budget. Wow.
That's crazy.
Well, I have another question actually. I've been hearing the Royal Navy, the Royal Military Armed Forces, stuff like that. Is Netherlands like kind of like a monarchy system of government? Is there royalty in their,
History.
history or
Or
government
currently,
structure. Yeah, that's what I want to. Because I kept hearing the royal. I'm just trying to find out if there is.
Yeah, you have a point there. Please help us down in the comment
Yeah.
section if there is.
5. Officially meeting NATO's 2% GDP target. For a
Wow.
country with a population smaller than New York City, that's an impressive commitment to defense. The Netherlands isn't just spending more, it's spending smart. The Royal Netherlands Air Force is expanding its fleet of F-35 fighter jets, further solidifying its reputation as a top-tier NATO asset. Meanwhile, the army is making a major move by bringing back its tank battalion, reversing a decision to retire its tanks in previous years. Picture a Leopard 2 A7 tank rolling through the mud. That's something Dutch forces hadn't seen in a while. In the skies, the military is also adding new NH-90 helicopters, enhancing its ability to move troops and supplies quickly. Beneath the waves, the Navy is making bold moves by selecting the short-fin Barracuda-class submarines to replace its aging fleet. This signals a serious investment in maritime capabilities, ensuring that Dutch waters remain secure. And beyond traditional warfare, the Netherlands is also making strides in cyber defense, acknowledging the growing threat of hybrid warfare. This means better protection against digital attacks that could target the country's infrastructure and military networks. The modernization push is all about preparing for the battles of tomorrow rather than the conflicts of the past. Despite its relatively small size, the Netherlands has built an extremely capable military. The Royal Netherlands Air Force stands out with its advanced fleet of F-35As, which excel in suppression and destruction of enemy air defenses, SEAD-dead missions. This means Dutch pilots are not just flying, they're actively shaping the battlefield by taking down enemy air defenses before they can even become a threat. The level of training and interoperability with NATO allies only strengthens their effectiveness. The Netherlands has also proven to be a highly reliable partner within NATO, actively participating in joint exercises and international missions. Strategic investments in missile defense systems, electronic warfare capabilities, and high-intensity conflict readiness further solidify its place as a serious military player. While it may not be the biggest force in Europe, it certainly knows how to maximize its impact. No military is perfect, and the Netherlands certainly has its challenges. One of the biggest issues is stretched resources. While the armed forces are highly capable, they are operating with relatively small fleets and limited stockpiles of spare parts and ammunition. This means that in a prolonged conflict, sustaining operations could become a serious problem. Personnel shortages are another concern. While the military is growing, it still faces difficulty in recruiting enough soldiers.
Okay, I just want to check, I want to check how many, like, the population of Netherlands, because he said it's smaller than, maybe spare population.
Yeah, you're on the right one.
Population.
Yeah. O-N.
Sorry. Of Netherlands. Because he said they are smaller than the New York City. So I want to know how many million.
18.3 million.
million.
Wow.
18.3. Is that small? Let me say, compare it to something. Sorry.
Yeah, we're above 200.
Okay, yeah. The population is low. The population is low. I just compared it to Ufia. Yeah, the population is low.
But regardless of their population, I really, really love the fact that they are investing very well in their defense compared to some other people that we know. So we're not going to dive into that. So, but it's impressive because they know what matters.
Yeah.
Defense and security is a top priority.
Yeah, in every country.
In every country.
In every country. Because in the sense that their population is low, they try as much to invest in the technical.
It is when people see that your country is safe, that's when you start seeing investment. You start seeing things, good things, you understand? But when there is no security, every other thing falls down. So
to meet its expanding operational demands. And while the Air Force is a standout force, there's one glaring issue. Its pilots aren't getting enough flying hours. To maintain peak combat readiness, F-35 pilots need more training time in the air, something that remains a challenge due to budget constraints and aircraft availability. Finally, while modernization efforts have been impressive, Adapting to emerging technologies like autonomous weaponry and advanced AI-driven systems needs even more focused investment. The Netherlands is making progress, but staying ahead of the curve in an era of rapid technological advancement requires continuous adaptation. In 2022, Russia's invasion of Ukraine sent shockwaves across Europe. For the Netherlands, it was a wake-up call. Gone were the days of relying on the so-called peace dividend, the idea that Europe could cut back on defense spending and enjoy lasting stability. Instead, the Dutch government quickly ramped up its military investments, recognizing that being prepared is no longer optional. Compared to some of its NATO neighbors, the Netherlands may not be the largest military force, but it is among the most capable and committed. Its strategic location, combined with its ability to rapidly deploy forces, makes it a crucial part of Europe's defensive strategy. Whether it's securing its own borders or assisting allies, the Netherlands is playing an increasingly proactive role in European defense. The Netherlands has come a long way, but there's always room for improvement. One key priority should be increasing stockpiles of weapons and spare parts. If a crisis were to erupt, having sufficient supplies on hand would be critical for sustaining operations.
Yeah.
Another major focus should be increasing training hours for F-35 pilots, ensuring they are always at peak readiness. Investing in cyber capabilities and autonomous weapons should also be a priority, as future conflicts will likely be as much about digital warfare as traditional combat.
Yeah.
To stay ahead in modern warfare, the Netherlands must continue evolving its military strategy. One of the most critical lessons from the war in Ukraine is the growing dominance of drones on the battlefield. Surveillance drones, loitering munitions, and even cheap off-the-shelf UAVs have changed how wars are fought. The Dutch military, despite its strengths, currently lacks a large-scale drone capability comparable to what Ukraine has demonstrated. Investing in both reconnaissance and strike drones, similar to Ukraine's use of Bayraktars, FPV drones, and Western UAVs, would provide a major force multiplier. Finally, deepening NATO cooperation by optimizing resource sharing and mission specialization would allow the Netherlands to make the most of its strengths while benefiting from Allied support. So while the Netherlands might be famous for tulips and canals, don't underestimate the men and women in uniform. They might just be the reason Europe sleeps a little more soundly at night. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay sharp.
Wow. Well, all I can say is I'm quite impressed. You know, even though you guys are not aiming to impress me though. Well, I'm really impressed because your numbers might not be that great, but you did
excellent job.
Excellent in, you know, in actually aiming at the areas that really do matter. You understand, which is your defense and your security. So kudos to that. And I really love the fact that, you know, you guys did what matters.
I feel like he said something, you know, Europe has been in peace for a long time.
Yeah.
So like all of those military stuff wasn't really wasn't needed. So now since 2022, ever since the war broke off, a lot of countries has come in order that this peace is not going to last as long as they thought it was going to last. So they need to start putting effort in their military and their security and everything,
and step up their game.
And I think Netherlands is one of those countries because they don't really have the number. They have the number, but not as much as other countries ranging from 200 million citizens. They only have like 18 million people. And I love the fact that even with the number, their budget for military is still as high as.
Yeah.
That is 26.
More higher than many countries that have the number.
So they are really trying their best to be there, and actually they are there too, if I would say so. And I also noticed the aircraft he was talking about is the F-35. He didn't make mention of other aircraft, like different aircraft, like the Hawk, the helicopter.
They go for quality over quantity.
Yeah, and they actually said they have low drones as well.
Yes.
So I think those are the points they'll be working on currently now to improve the numbers of those arsenals, because modern war is all about digital, no longer men going to battle as it was before. But altogether, this is really impressive to see. And let me know what you think about this down in the comment section. Do not forget to like, subscribe. I'll see you on my next one. Bye guys.